In this week's episode of Productivity Mastery, I want to talk to you about time management. And in particular, I want to talk to you about an article that the wonderful Gary Vaynerchuk posted on his Medium blog last week. The title of which was 6 Time Management Techniques from a Guy Who Has No Time, or something like that. Anyway, in that particular article, Gary Vaynerchuk basically outlined exactly how he gets so much work done. Now, the thing is, I see a lot of people spending so much time trying to find the perfect productivity tools, the perfect to-do list manager, the perfect notes app, the perfect whatever. The thing is, people like Gary Vaynerchuk, now these are the people who are really at the top of their game. These guys are super busy. We're not busy compared to these guys. They are super busy. They are getting constant phone calls, constant messages, thousands of emails every day. It's unlikely that you are getting the same amount of volume of input that these guys are doing. And people like Gary Vaynerchuk, who put themselves out there trying to build or building a huge following on social media, are going to get thousands of, that times 1,000. It's huge, but they seem to have time to do amazing things. But the thing is, people like Gary Vaynerchuk and people like Seth Godin, for that matter, because I've read a lot about him, people like Warren Buffett, people like Bill Gates, they're not spending all their time looking for the perfect to-do list manager or the perfect notes app or the perfect application to show them a dashboard of all their goals, daily to-dos, routines, plans, everything like that. These guys don't waste their time that way. And essentially, for you guys out there who are doing that, you are wasting time. Yeah, you can call it procrastination if you wish, but essentially, you're just wasting a lot of time. You may as well just sit down and watch episodes of Games of Thrones. You're going to be as effective as you are setting up the latest Notion dashboard view. The thing is, if you really want to get more productive, then you have to start doing the work. There is no other way around it. To-do list managers, notes apps, and all the productivity tools in the world are never going to do the work for you. The work has to be done by you. And that is a fundamental belief that, well, it's not even a fundamental belief, that should be a law of physics, because that is essentially what's happening. Now, the likes of Gary Vaynerchuk, there's a lot of advantage that this guy has. He certainly doesn't have the advantage of a huge, brilliant education because he's a high school dropout and he's very proud of that. But the thing is that Gary Vaynerchuk knows what it's about. It's about doing the work, or as he liked to call it, it's about doing the hustle. Whatever it is you want, and you can listen to people like Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, Gary Vaynerchuk, Seth Godin, all the people who have done it, who have made a huge success out of their lives, and not one of them has spent hours and hours and hours looking for the perfect to-do list application. What they've done is they focused on the work. Now, one of the things that really struck me about Gary Vaynerchuk's article was how he prioritizes. His prioritization is incredibly fluid and incredibly flexible. Now, he has in his mind when he starts the day that this is priority number 1, this is priority number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But throughout the day, as he points out in the article, other things are suddenly going to jump up and become a more priority. So what was priority number 2 might now get demoted down to priority number 9, and what was priority number 15 might get bumped up to priority number 2. It's a constant fluid motion. It's what is the most important task right now. Not what is the most important task next month or what's the most important task next year. It's all about what's the most important task right now. And that's how he is prioritizing his day. And I realized that that is really the key to amazing productivity. Being aware of what work you have to get done and what right now is the priority. Now, of course, we need to know what we're doing, and people like Gary Vaynerchuk have many assistants around them who are probably alerting him to, you've got an appointment in 20 minutes, or you've got to get this done, you've got to call this person. Yeah, sure, he's got that kind of person. And maybe as more humble people, I say more humble, is Gary Vaynerchuk humble? Maybe not, but as more kind of lower down on the success chart, well, we don't have the luxury of having assistants, and maybe our tools are helping us that way. But realistically, if you're not aware of your priorities at any given moment in time, you are really going to struggle to become more productive. And productivity really is, as I said at the beginning of this video, it's all about doing the work. It's the work, not how you organize your to-do list manager. You're going to win no prizes for having the most prettiest dashboard in whatever application you're using. That doesn't get the work done. What gets the work done is doing the work, and it's something that I have to keep reminding people over and over and over again. And for you guys who regularly watch this series, I am sorry, I do keep repeating that. Nothing beats doing the work. Of course, our mind is not a very good to-do list manager, and so people like Gary Vaynerchuk, I'm sure, are using his notes. I know that the CEO of Twitter, whose name escapes me at this moment, Jack Dorsey, he actually uses Apple Notes to keep all his to-dos. But that's it. There's no other applications involved. It's just a simple built-in notes application on his phone to keep all the things that he wants to do, where he wants to have his attention. Being focused on the most important thing that's in the moment right now is the way to get the most important work done every single day. Now, before I finish this episode, there was one more thing that actually really struck me about this article, and I have put a link to that article in the show notes, and that is that Gary Vaynerchuk says that he's very, very happy as long as he's getting important things done every day. One important thing done every day, it's been a productive day. And I really like that kind of mantra. If you can get yourself one important thing done every day, then you've had a successful day. If you can get 3, 4, or 5 important things done every day, you've had a fantastic day. And that is the way I would be judging my day. If I'm getting important things done every single day, then I'm moving forward every single day. And that, to me, is the most important thing. Okay, well, thank you very much for watching this episode of Productivity Mastery. It just remains for me now to wish you all a very, very productive week. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked what you saw and you would like to learn more about becoming better organized and more productive, then get yourself enrolled in my free beginner's guide to building your own productivity system. And if you'd like to learn more about how I can help you, then visit my website at carlpullein.com. All the details are in the show notes below.